Oh boy, this freaking game. GTA San Andreas. It's a game that, of course, everybody was talking about when it came out on the PS2 in 2004, I think. I think 2004, 2005. I loved GTA Vice City, but I was probably just playing other stuff and wasn't really interested in San Andreas. Now, do not get me wrong, I wasn't super into the setting of the game, of the rappers, gangsters. I do like rap though. It's actually something that most people don't know about me. I like the old school rap of Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Easy. I really like Easy, and I've heard about Slick Rick. And there is one song in the game, and I'm like, oh, it's a pretty cool song. And then the radio station actually talks about, hey, this is Slick Rick. I'm like, oh, that's he. That is him. You know, um, I'm not super versed into the whole scene. I'm just mainstream stuff. Okay, so I apologize if I'm a diehard rapper fan, but I do like rap. But I don't know why I never really played the game. And once I sort of started collecting video games, GTA San Andreas probably got into my collection very soon because you get a bunch of games and then all the stuff that you want to keep, you keep, and etc. etc. You know how it goes. Now, 3 weeks ago, I started playing Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. I was into it. I saw a video on YouTube, and I'm like, you know what? It's time. It's time for me to get into San Andreas because I've heard so many good things about this game. It's very high on a lot of people's, best PS2 games of all time, best video game of all time. For a lot of people, San Andreas is the best GTA game, even compared to 4 and 5. So I wanted to know what's up. And man, I do feel like a buster. I have no idea what buster means. It's probably idiot, stupid, whatever. But I really like how they sort of call everybody a buster in the game. The thing is, though, I started playing the game and just typical GTA stuff. And I started to sort of really get into it. I really started to like the characters or your gang that you're with. And you can kind of see certain characters. You're like, what the hell are you up to? You're kind of sketchy. I slowly started to really like CJ as a character, and especially now. I haven't beaten the game yet. I am literally at the end of the game. I haven't beaten it yet. I will beat it after this video, probably, or maybe tomorrow, but 100% this week. And you really see a growth in CJ when he was first a diehard gangster for the hood. And, he kind of evolves. He wants to get out of that life, not maybe the gangster, the criminal life, but he wants to get out of the hood. And you see this relationship with him and his brother, and I think it's done very well. It's actually done extremely well because I am completely into the storyline and into these characters. And you get betrayed, of course, a few times, and I'm like, no, why? Why? There is one instance, though, I want to say, and I did my research, I know why they did it. There is one character that should resemble Eazy-E, and he betrays you, and he had no intentions at all to betray you. And I was like, that is weird. So I checked out on Google, and yes, there was something with the voice actor, and they basically had to write him off. And that was actually my favorite character. He was actually cool, and I apologize that I do not remember his name. I'm an idiot. I have very bad memory. But I really like the character always smoking, and he's basically resembling Eazy-E. And, slowly and surely, I started playing more and more and more, and I started to really get into this game. To a certain point that this weekend, I was just cruising around the game, because I wanted to cruise around the entire map of the game, see how long it would take. And it takes quite a while. It's a gigantic game for the sixth generation of consoles, especially on PS2. That was the weakest console of them all. And I was cruising on my Harley Davidson type of vehicle bike because I love that bike. And you have a song, I think it's from Ice Cube. And I don't know the song, I apologize, but he basically says, today was a good day. And, the cops didn't look at him. His girlfriend didn't nag at him. No friend of him got shot. And, today was a good day. And I am too stupid to describe in words what I am trying to say. But I felt nostalgic, even though I never played it. I felt like, man, this is gaming. This is so good. I am having such an amazing time just cruising around a highway that you can do in any freaking open world game nowadays. And yet, in San Andreas, it felt special. It really felt special. And once at a certain point in the game, pretty early on, you sort of go out of the hood and you shouldn't really go back. You can go back if you want, but you shouldn't do it, right? Trust me, don't do it. Don't go back. And you visit the other two cities, and it's really cool how the game is sort of small. It's really weird. In real life, it would be a couple of minutes, but somehow they've made it that the game feels so large and the cities feel so large, even though they're kind of small in real life, and especially compared to games nowadays. But on PS2, again, it is a technical marvel. I probably would be absolutely amazed, mind blown, if I would play San Andreas when it came out, and that they could make a game like this so large on the PS2. And I have actually played a little bit of Vice City, and even the first city in San Andreas, Los Santos, holy shit, I'm fucking up the name. I know I'm fucking up the game. I apologize. Is bigger than Vice City. I mean, Vice City looks like a small neighborhood compared to Les Santos. It's Les Santos, right? Yes, I think it's Les Santos. The game looks gigantic for a PS2 game. And I was just cruising around and I was like really thinking this game is amazing. And exactly that song of, today is a good day. And I just felt, I don't know, this feeling of I never want to go back. It's sad that this is a game. I want to keep driving forever. And I sometimes have that feeling when I'm driving my own car. That, I don't know, the sun is shining and you're just having a great time and you're just cruising around and you just think, oh man, I want this to go forever. And it's a very special feeling that I do not have it with many games. Maybe the last time I truly had that feeling is, well, with Metal Gear Solid 3 2 months ago. About 2 months ago. But seriously, with an open world game, compared to like modern games, Horizon Zero Dawn is the last game I really felt like, damn, this is a good game. Like, holy shit. This is an amazing open world game. And even compared to San Andreas, I think that I like San Andreas more, to be really honest. There's so much stuff that you can do. You can get fat as fuck, you can get skinny as hell, and you can get buffed as Ronnie Coleman if you want to. Not specifically Ronnie Coleman, because he is the biggest of the big, but you know what I mean. I love that feature that you can, if you eat too much, you get fat. If you work out, you get strong. Is it a feature that I did throughout the game? No. Basically, once I got buffed up, that's really it. And once in a while, the game tells you, hey, you're hungry, go eat something, or your stamina will run out. And maybe when you do not eat, eventually you lose your muscles and you lose your body mass. Perhaps, I do not know, I haven't tried it yet. But the thing is, if I would play this game when it came out. My mind would think, if this is what they can do with a PS2 game, what could they do in the future? In 10, 20 years from now on PS3, 4, and 5, what features would open world games have? Man, wouldn't it be incredible if you can create your own characters and your characters can get fat and they can get married, and you can get houses and you can customize your houses. And of course, all of that stuff didn't happen. Open world games are basically Ubisoft style open world games. Everything doing the same stuff. No interaction with the games whatsoever. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There may be a few games. I mean, I love Saint Row. Saint Row is pretty cool. But let's be honest, it's not as cool as San Andreas. It definitely is not. I cannot describe it. There is a certain atmosphere, a certain feel towards San Andreas that, to be really honest, I've never felt in any open world game like San Andreas, like Saints Row, Time Crisis. What is that? These two open world games. You have Times to the New York, and you have another one. Not Time Crisis, something else. They're open world games on PS2. I apologize. The thing is, this is the best open world game I've ever played that is like San Andreas. And sometimes I say, well, Saints Row, I really like it. I like it a lot more than GTA. Well, I do. Against Vice City and GTA 3 and GTA 4 and 5, I played those 5 the most, and I liked it. I just didn't love it. I wasn't like, whoa, what amazing features they have in this game. You can play with 3 characters, yay. This feels like a living world in 2004. That would have been amazing. I regret that I did not play this game as a kid because I would have incredible nostalgic memories of playing this game. However, I am building these memories right now and I'm still not old enough. I can still see myself in 30 years' time. I will be old as hell though. But at least in 30 years' time, I will have amazing nostalgic memories playing GTA San Andreas, the Definite Edition on PS4, and don't get me started on the bugs. There were the helicopters and the aircrafts in the game. They're like rockets. Sometimes I'm just walking around being a buster, and then an aircraft just lands on me and poof, I die. I'm like, what? Why? I didn't do anything. Sometimes I see when I get chased by a police, they're like flying in the air. I'm like, what? It's weird. I almost 100% know that did not happen in the original game. I do not want to see Rockstar making such a buggy game. It is really the Definite Edition. I had to reinstall the game a few times because some of the missions got crashed on me, and I tried and tried and tried, and I'm like, okay, I'll delete the game, reinstall the game, 10 gigabytes of patches. I'll patch it up again, But eventually, at the end of the day, it did not. How would I say it? It did not deter me. It's not a deterrent for having fun. I didn't care at all. I was having fun from the first time I played it, even up until now. Even though I do feel like, well, I'm kind of done with the game. I'm not. I have a 71% completion rate, and I'm trying to sort of buy all the estates and stuff. There's one thing I want to say though. With the side missions, there's one side missions when you have to drive a truck. I do not know why, but I loved it. I don't know why. Even when I was playing it, I'm like, the truck is very slow, and you basically just have to drive, and I loved it. I actually, even when I got the asset and got money out of it, I was still doing the missions. What do I want to say? I wanted to say something, but I forgot. Oh yeah, the side content with the Aircrafts fucking suck. The side content with I think zero, where you're in the when you're a little helicopter, I could not do it. The controls are so bad, I couldn't do it. Um, Basically, the airplane goes left and right, but so fast I couldn't keep up. But then with L1 and R1, you have to sort of let them go left and turn them around. It was so freaking weird. Eventually, with the sort of airplanes, I kind of got the hang of it. But with the little RC helicopters, I couldn't do it. I'm like, nope, sorry, I'm not going to do this. Do this stuff. I'm not entirely sure what do I want to say more. I just want to say that I am blown away by San Andreas. I did not expect that I would love this game so much. I honestly did not. With Metal Gear Solid 3, I kind of knew what I was going into. I loved Metal Gear Solid 2. I've heard so many good things about 3. I kind of understood that this is probably a good game. I just didn't knew it was this damn good. And with San Andreas, I just had this feeling of, well, everybody says it's really good. I liked Vice City. So, GTA is always pretty good. Let me try and play it. Let's see how good it really is. And it is phenomenal. I cannot describe in words. It is phenomenal. It is one of my favorite games of all time. And that is really weird because I also said that with Metal Gear Solid 3. And it is. It freaking is. I really understand now the hype around this game. And I want to say one thing. The music is incredible. I love the music. As I mentioned, the one with Ice Cube, I think it's Ice Cube, where he's talking about, this is a good day. I love that song. And there's also another song that I absolutely love. I don't know who is rapping it. He's saying, if you know the song, leave it in the comments below. And don't hate me because I'm going to try and sing the song. But the thing is, at a certain point, he says something like, I'm a little bit older. I think I got a little bit more years now. I got hair on my balls. I'm a little bit bolder, something like that. I absolutely butchered it, but you know what I mean. If you know what I'm talking about, I love that song. The Eazy-E stuff is good. Dr. Dre stuff is good. There's even Guns N' Roses. I mean, Guns N' Roses, one of the best bands ever, is in it. The soundtrack is incredible. However, and this is also at Vice City, people always say, Vice City has one of the best gaming soundtracks ever. Oh, wait up. It's not a game soundtrack. These are actual people singing songs that are songs in real life. To me, the soundtrack is great. I love these songs, just like Vice City. It really made me check out more 80s music and rap music and 90s music, even though I am a 90s kid, so I kind of know a lot of the music. But the thing is, to me, it's not gaming music. Video game music, to me, is original music made like Final Fantasy X, 7, 8. But still, the soundtrack is absolutely incredible. I love it, and that just fortifies the feeling of this game is phenomenal. They've nailed the atmosphere of the game. I am not a gangster. I haven't lived in the hood. I haven't lived in the ghetto. There's also one of the songs from a song like "Living in the Ghetto." I butchered it again, but the thing is, or a rap song. I love the music in this game. I really love this game. Everybody has a list of games, and this is the end. Everybody has a list of games where I think in their minds are like, if I have one more year left, if I'm old, if I'm 80, and I think, this is the end. What game would I want to play? What are the games I would play in the end? Now, of course, literally at the end, I would want to play Final Fantasy VII or at least see the game if discs are still around, if they're not destroyed. And I want to listen to the music when I die with the RF team, and then slowly I die and I'm dead. Um, actually, don't want to die, but you know what I mean. But GTA San Andreas is by far one of these games that I would want to replay before the end comes. This is how good it is. And again, if I was a kid, I would have nostalgic memories. I would love to play it again, but it is still as good as it probably was back in the day, even playing it the first freaking time. I don't think, in my opinion, that they will ever topple San Andreas. It just was a different time frame, a different mindset, different people probably who made the game, and the hype is real. The hype is real. I give him that. This is one of the greatest games I have played, and you know me, I've played thousands of games. Um, so yeah, this is a really good game. I really, really love this game. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave in the comments below if you know um, which song I meant. And I have it now in my head. He says, now I'm a little bit older. I got hair on my balls a little bit bolder. Something like that, he says. I love that song. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Weep.